Yeah, relationship.
Yeah, one time. Would you tell me what you're thinking of? Would you tell me what you're feeling for? Yeah. And I wish I was a guardian from now till every new day. That's the thoughts I express, but I guess it's just a vision in the head. Cause if you was a single person, I deal with your case long time. How would I put it in emotion? Process expedite. Imaginary love is all I have for you. Imaginary love is all I have for you. Sometimes if you take it or you get it all straight, don't flex. Imaginary distance deeper than because the power of the brain if you make the connect, you see the human being mind very complex. Imagination make towers erect. Imagination make money invest. Imagination send shuttle for space. So imagine if me and you turn reality. Cause if you was a single person, I deal with your case long time. How would I put it in emotion? Process expedite. Imaginary love is all I have for you. Imaginary love is all I have for you. I know you're love limited cause you have company, but I'm a private contractor for your firm, I'm ready. And I heard that this particular job site have a opening. Guide me accordingly, I specialize in editing. To my surprise, suddenly I realize this imaginary thing could have be a disguise. But I settle the scene, cause you know me complete. Business only, no fight between. But something else madness. Can't believe, Lord, I can't believe. After all I see and feel, the phone ring, wake me up from a dream. But if you was a single person, I deal with your case long time. How would I put it in emotion? Process expedite. Imaginary love is all I have for you. Imaginary love is all I have for you. I wonder what I'm really thinking of. Some of mine. I wonder if it's love or is it lust, maybe, I don't know. And I wish I was a guardian from now till every new day. That's the thoughts I express, but I guess it's just a vision in the head. Cause if you was a single person, I deal with your case long time. How would I put it in emotion? Process expedite. Imaginary love is all I have for you. Imaginary love is all I have for you. Yeah. One time.
Well, think by now I know the name of that song.
For sure.
Imaginary love. I mean, we have a lot of that going on these days.
And it's a COVID.
Alright, big up EA, one time, the whole team EA family. Right, thanks to the song. But, what up? Welcome to our next episode of Dappa Talks. Last week, I get male views. Last week, we was deep into the mind of a man. So I feel like I guess what I'm going to tell you. Shots point on there. Shots point. Goes on the scene.
1-6.
Come on, a little Tarzan Denzel in the building.
Don't do that.
I don't know what Denzel on the scene, but alright, we'll shift from it. Today's not about we, not about we at all.
It's nuts.
So, all the fifth back, I guess. Bigger.
Jabby.
Right, one time.
Yo.
What we on there?
You not drinking nothing?
Alright. Also, to the cast, today is female views, right? We're not getting to the mind of women, what they just go through in life, why they just go through what they go through, why they feel like they just go through what they just go through. So, added to the cast today, we have the one, the only.
Sweetest.
Shut up, pizzas. Come on. Well, let's see how we're doing it.
Why so big?
Yeah, no, that's what I like it.
It's water. It's aqua.
So,
It's aqua.
the two lovely young ladies, they don't drink alcohol. So, for Chateau Club, they'll be shot in water.
Yes.
Don't feel like they come on the show and just feel like they're going to tell me what they want. Don't feel that, you know that, right? So, as always, before we start, more love, more life,
Correct.
more prosperous living. Oh yeah, this is real.
This is raw. Ah,
That's what they say after alcohol.
yes. Scrumptious. Delightful.
This is where we start with?
Yeah, this is That's a good question to start.
Sure, boy?
Yeah.
Alright. So, here I pick this.
Yeah.
As women, right? Do you consider yourselves as being vocal individually? Or you can answer. It's two parts to the question, right? So I'll give only two parts one time. If we see ourselves as being vocal as women, and also if we have limitations for all you being vocal.
I am very vocal
Right.
in my real life, like on social media,
Mm-hmm.
because who's gonna check me? That's one.
Wow.
I mean, if I have a problem with something, if I don't agree with something,
Right.
I'm going to state my piece. It is what it is. That's it. And I'm not going to go back and forth.
Because I'm going to ask if you
You
say your piece
understand?
and I disagree with your piece.
It's fine. We could disagree, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because you may not see things the way I see it, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
We could have a disagreement, but I'm not going to let it lead to arguments.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
We could have different views, that's all well and good. And that's how you grow from certain situations. That's how you learn people as well, right?
Right.
I want to hear your perspective, this is my perspective. If it is we can't find a middle ground, we move. I'm not going back and forth. That's where I'm at right now.
Right.
Especially on social media, because
So you used to go back and forth before.
I really still go back and forth. I have no time with that anymore.
Right.
Because you would realize,
So alright, tell me about that transition and when you realized the need for that transition, and also how it, like if you had like a breaking point where it's like the same
some situations just it not worth it, and then a lot of people, let's take it social media, right?
right?
A lot of people love to be loud and wrong.
Ooh.
You can't be both.
It's too
Ooh.
early.
You understand?
Like when people Jay-Z too
No,
early.
you can't be both. And I would admit that long time, especially on Twitter,
Right.
I used to be going back and forth a lot, right? But it's like after a while it's just like, oh, you're a ass. So I'm not going to keep doing that, because you know why? Then it becomes a trend.
Correct.
And it's like a continuous thing, and then people would see that, yo, what you in a pop up thing, whatever.
Hence, I do go back and forth with us.
I mean, you must not okay. Queen.
Yeah, we know you have it back and forth. Not a person. But I can't say exactly when it is it happened. But after a while, I just like, I could. A lot of people have stepped to me wrong, say certain things that hold me without
Yeah,
hesitation,
yeah.
but I deal with it.
You
But
see
now
things
it's
in your
like,
head.
yeah, now it's like, where's the reason? You understand? Like, you just do your thing, I'll do my thing, you know what I mean? And that's just how I feel.
It's like an inner growth.
How
So you
feel?
born at that or?
Come on.
Yeah, it's had to be
Come on,
that.
that's
When I
embedded.
found out Aaron was a Gemini, I was like,
Makes sense.
makes sense.
Yeah.
I was like, it makes sense.
But it's not about we, so we believe.
Yeah, it's not about us.
But
I think, well, kind of along the same lines, I feel like I am very vocal in a lot of my relationships and, well, with the people around me. Social media wise, I'm very skeptical with how vocal I am. I think I consider, I don't think I should prove myself to anybody that not worth anything
Yeah.
in that sense. So I don't really feel like if you like intentionally provoking me or doing something,
Right.
it's not
because
going
it
to.
those is
It
what
definitely
Yeah.
have. So I wouldn't be that type of person to like be in a rabs or like fight on any talk or try to prove it, because I'm not getting anything from it. And you don't mean nothing at the end of the day. So I feel like in those cases I would rock back, but in general, I think I'm a very expressive person, so I make sure that you always understand where I'm coming from, or what I have to say. So, yeah.
what limiting that then?
Limiting what?
Being vocal. Like what somebody could do to, well, I think you kind of touch on
But
it.
she's not trying to, because she's
Yeah.
saying like if people kind of coming out of the way and then I try to understand her point of view.
She cool.
She cool. She remove number. So I guess
Apart from that too,
there's like a limitation there. So.
not every beat at the drum, yeah, the dance too, you know.
That's true.
And a lot of the time on social media, people always feel like they have to give their input.
Yeah.
You do not.
You can miss
You
it.
know, you miss,
Yeah,
miss.
you can miss
I saw people that's what I like button on Twitter. You can like something and move.
Keep going,
Yeah.
You
right?
don't need
Because
to quote everything.
why? And it have us.
Cool.
It have certain people we talk about like on the timeline that all of us, you know, frequent, right?
Right.
They don't miss.
Right.
And it's like, oh, you are experts on everything.
Right.
You know what I mean? How?
You have views on everything.
And it's not that
No, no,
it's not that you made us have an
Okay,
opinion,
baby.
right, on the topic, but it's just like I cool, like I can miss this one then.
I
That
feel
was
people just like having something to say to have something to say.
correct.
So, but then where's that then? Because to me, I consider it as people without a life. That is just me. Because
Or it could just
Yeah,
be
attention,
bored.
No, it's
Yeah,
more-
attention,
It's cool.
yeah.
if you don't have a life, you're bored.
No,
You have nothing to do with your life.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
understand
still.
your whole mate
Your
you know,
home, yeah.
but you can't because every single thing you have an opinion, rock back a little bit.
You know, but
No, I can't hold this against somebody who wants to be a speaker in every speech.
Every space.
That's your vice.
No,
I have
because
problem with
no,
that.
it's like every single thing you have an opinion on. My opinion, you can stand by that, right?
Right.
And then you would see somebody else going and have an opposing opinion.
Right.
And then it's going to be a back and forth.
Right.
And I'm speaking about specific people here, right? Who would always fall into this category.
Mm.
Every single time is the same thing.
Mm.
The person oppose your opinion, you going back and forth with them. All they don't get tired.
You have time. You have plenty of time on that.
I do have that time.
and a back and
All
forth.
they need to get all yourself,
Somebody
some
you don't
business.
know. Somebody you
some
don't
business
know.
to mind.
No, but that's what it's like blow my mind. Like when I go on this and I see the back and forth and it's sometimes be the same people. I just wonder like you know that person in the real boy like that. It's like your friend who like well meet other line over. It cannot be you never meet this person from a place and you see the need to go back and forth.
I
with it.
find that weird
Though that is
because I didn't argue with my friends and them. I know them personally.
You love
So
them.
why gonna argue with a stranger for? What I can possibly tell a stranger? You know, I don't need that. Like,
I feel
what?
like there are certain situations where men may feel like women should not have input. We could discuss this, right? And it will be along the lines like,
I
let's
like
just
that.
say,
I like that.
it could be sports, it could be
Exactly.
politics,
Yeah.
it could be things
Yeah.
along those
Yeah.
lines. Because as small-minded as it may seem, a lot of men would think that women don't have the opinions to fall into this category. You don't know what you're talking about, type
Right,
thing.
right.
Because on my timeline, I see a lot of women talking about football and
That's true.
you know
That's
going head to head with the
Yeah,
fellas,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. That's
And
what
my
it
ass
is.
too.
Yeah.
Don't know about football.
Right.
I can't do that, but there are a lot of women who, and I've seen fellas engaging with women to some extent,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But before that, it never used to be like that.
yeah before no because no alright so he can must be cut it.
I don't feel like if it is because alright, so football is a universal language, basically. I always say that. So if you see a female talking about football, right, and she actually knows what she's
That
saying,
is it.
she knows what
Right.
she's saying, it's easy to actually communicate with that person.
Right.
You know a girl who just saying, Ronaldo very cute.
Yeah.
Yo!
Where Ronaldo let's play on the field? What team Ronaldo play for? You don't know.
No.
So then it's be like she just irritates and really bad. But then it's a woman who knows.
No, but and
You
then,
have no choice but to accept them.
for me, those type of women in the same category as the woman who does say, so hold on, go talk about football. It's like this. I mean, this period I realize it's hard for some women. Like I realized this period in football time.
Let me tell you what my grandfather used to say, right? This too shall pass. Just hold
I
on.
just realized
Just hold on,
when it
baby girl.
is,
Hold
so they
on.
let me know how long it gonna be.
No, but alright, so
I'm gonna
alright,
get
so like
my attention.
how it is
Yes,
now,
it's
right?
fine.
How it is now. And we will tie back this into being vocal, right? How it is now, football literally is holy.
Hold it.
Wait, just now.
0 in the morning, coke in the night. So don't call my phone. Because I'll be watching football.
Wait, but I gotta give a little leeway, but you look like it don't have a leeway. But
It's have a leeway, you can message me, you can
it's
reply.
about an hour or two in between matches.
Upside nothing.
You give them real time, they don't.
But it's-
It's a pre-match show. Yeah, son.
So,
That-
you have
that's-
to fucking
yeah,
hard.
that's-
Okay, football and not
Don't get hot, passing them. Give something to it. Right, so last game finishing 10 half 10. Yeah, about time, about.
That's excessive, but I mean, right. So let's talk about being vocal, right?
So what's that?
How
now?
it is now, you're gonna want to insert yourself in a conversation when all men talking about you today is football. How?
I mean, you could ask me how much they was.
You can say nothing because they're not gonna get a
I
response.
can let you know Messi now chip the keeper there, girl. If you see dog, why you can be like slightly invested.
I don't need, like, I understand what she's saying. I don't need, like, if she's into football, I don't need her to be invested in
You
football.
should not be invested, but if I talking to you about it,
But that's simple.
you can't show this at this place.
You know where you're gonna get from me?
Wait, boy. That's what?
I feel like that was not okay.
I rather tell me I hope my team lost or something than tell me.
But my friends let me know, alright, girl, but football going on. Alright. And I go on because what I could say.
Wow.
Not really.
Exactly.
You ain't to enjoy my day self?
Enjoying nothing.
Damn.
Wow.
It's that easy.
It don't be easy, but
Look at life.
it gotta get easy.
So wait. Like, let me come off our football. The reason I bring out our football thing is because
It's correct.
I'm
It's
going
trending
on-
right now, right?
I'm going on right now. But like typically the reason why the question was phrased in terms of being vocal as women, and I think he was kinda leading towards that where sometimes men don't value women's opinion.
Yeah, she was.
Mhm.
I think that is why I asked, that is why the question was asked
Yeah.
like that, because in today's era, how would us feel as a woman when you all share your opinion?
I think
And we're not talking about like with regards to football, we mean like in general.
in general, right?
Yeah, in general.
I think it has evolved a lot within the past couple of years, whereas now the female perspective is very interesting and is welcomed a lot more now. So we are dominating so many different careers, so many different things in society. It's like, how could you not want to hear the female perspective? You understand?
Yeah.
So I don't see, and I can speak for myself, me being limited with a lot of things, but there would be the one-off occasions where you might see, alright, cool, somebody trying to dumb you down or mansplain to make you feel a little smaller type thing. But for the most part, I really don't find, like, you know, as women, we being silenced much. No, that's just my opinion. Because, I mean, women are amazing. And we do that thing. So, yeah, so I really don't see us as being, like, you know.
Yeah, same. I feel with me too, I never really had an experience where I think anybody tried to like discredit my opinion. I feel, well, I mean, people like I care about and stuff.
You should not be
No, but I mean, I think in general, they, like the people I around, they enjoy different points of views and stuff. That's the people I keep in my company.
That's not
So
question.
I think I'm able to be very open in that regard. I never
And have your opinions respected.
Yeah, and it's respected. So I don't feel like, I mean, if it's, and I wouldn't insert myself, as I said, in topics that I don't have, knowledge on. I'll just be talking for talking's sake. So I feel once it's stuff that I could talk about, or like I'm passionate about things that I know, it's usually welcome. The opinion and all that is usually welcome.
And that, as it should be. As it should be. I feel like
So,
that's very important.
we went to that segue one time.
Yeah, you can
Because we asked the fellas last week. I mean, so let me just state. I mean, just now. Like, share, comment, subscribe, right? But we to keep bringing out these kind of videos, we need to boost the algorithm some way, somehow. Like, comment, just drop a little comment on thing. I don't know how YouTube does it, but apparently that's how it does work.
Yeah, comment.
So, you know, make it lively, make it lively. But I was going to segue into what Shania was talking about in terms of having a positive circle around.
Yeah.
Right? So last week, we would have spoken to the guys in terms of the importance of it, right? You all wouldn't see that episode. We had some difficulties. I'll drop that when I'm ready. It was horrible. But anyway,
So trust.
we will get into that. So as the woman here, let me hear for you all how important it is to have a positive circle around you.
For me, it's very important. I think, well, because of how I am, I have business and I think I'm very interactive on social media.
Right.
So I always have to be kind of open in a sense. Like, people always have this impression that, yeah, you know, they know Shania.
Right.
So in that regard, and I think that's it, you can't really help it because, I mean, people, that's just how humans are. But in general, like, I keep such a small, careful circle with the people because their energy and their input and stuff in my life is a big deal.
Yeah.
These are the people that support me, that could talk me through stuff, you know, things like that. So, I need to have people that I know that, you know, could pull me up in a sense now. I don't, and because you always have to be a certain way too, you have to present yourself a certain way always on social media because of your business, because of that. You know, it's good to know that, you know, after all that, you can still come back and you have these people, you have people that strong, that, you know, there, that they're genuine. All those things, like, they mean a lot to me. So having that small circle of people that I could talk to and that I could, and not just, you know, not just that, but they could give you, and they can help you grow, and you know, they're able to the beneficial, and not just there for being their sake, you know. So that's a big deal for me.
I mean, for me, as sociable as I am, and people might see me jabby thing, whatever.
Jabby?
My circle,
Yep.
small like this, and the people that I have around me, and people that sitting around gossiping all day. And people who
don't like those
super negative. I'm a person who thrives off of words, right? And energy. So if it is, I realize every time I talk to you, it's doom and gloom or you gossiping, that kind of thing, I am going to start a distance myself because I have a lot going on. So I don't have time to sit back and put myself in that zone because if somebody always talking negative, talking slap talk, that kind of thing, you're going to regress and you're going to come in that zone, and I can't do that because I have so much going on, right? So the people in my life are persons who would know when I need that upliftment and vice versa, right? They know when it is I need to hear positive things. When it is my friends, do not fumble when it comes to saying, yo, you're on shit. You understand?
Love to hear.
And those are the things that I appreciate the most because why? It have a lot of yes people around. You understand?
Yeah.
And I cannot do yes people. I can't do it for myself and I can't do it for my friends or anybody in my circle.
So here my question though, because two things, right? How you treat with the people in your life that always have a negative input, right? Because they have those, no matter how much you say like you're going to do this, somebody will always have a rebuttal fit.
Yeah.
I mean, and the only way you would realize that is because you would think, I'm gonna bring this, we're just sharing it because it's your friend. And you share it and then it's like, no, but dog, I feel like you should really do this. They might think they're telling you as constructive criticism, but nothing positive was.
And this is something that you learn along the way, and it's something you should learn quick, right? You have people around you, but not everybody that's around you, you share a lot of things with, right? So, even family, and I learned this real fast, like I say.
I'll learn it.
It have people in my family I consider close, but I realized quickly that I can't share everything with you up front. You understand? Because they're not going to receive it the way you might want. And it's fine if they don't receive it, you know, or they want to give you a little criticism, right? But peep this, you mad excited about something that you're trying to
find it fine.
Right? You're real excited about whatever venture, you know, right? And then you try to bounce the idea of the person. And automatically it's something negative. That is not somebody you want to keep sharing things with. And one of my mentors would have told me, when it is you have to share stuff with people, criticism, you don't start off with something negative. Always find the positive first and then say, but how about you do this?
I find that is the thing. Always have, if it is a criticize, have a solution as well.
Correct. So like, hey, no, like I see where you're going with the thing. I like how this goes.
Yeah.
But how about you?
Yeah.
Whereas I come and say, hey, I'm mad excited about Nadia lying with this, but it's have 5 different people doing this.
Yeah.
That's not people you want around. Yeah. And it's not that I don't want you in my life, you understand? But I just need to know. I know now that I can't share everything with you.
Yeah, so you know how to bracket them.
Yeah,
and I believe in that bracketing your friends. I bracket all my friends.
That is one of the most important things.
Do for me, what he can do for me. What he can support me through, what he can support me through, so I know like everybody have.
And what I tell y'all is probably 2-3 people I would share my upcoming moves with, even if at all. You understand? Because I know they're gonna say, Sana, yeah, there's a win. Probably not.
Not so much.
And even now, that number getting smaller.
Yeah.
Because sometimes to me it just makes more sense to just do.
Woo!
Just do.
Woo! That's this one. He's a doer.
Just get done.
No, but alright, so let me touch on that a little bit, right? So for all the people who before that part talks, in doing this, I would have talked to some brethren who I find like I would have want to hear their input. And in doing that, it's exactly what you say you would learn who to tell certain things to. It's a little segue, and I was really pick up the dog most of the times. You see, everybody who say do not ever bring Porky on your show.
We know.
That guy, like, yes, and let me be real, I didn't know Porky from our place.
Right.
Most people don't know.
I think I mean.
They did, but all I mean Porky that day. He was a social media personality that I saw on Twitter, and I was like, this guy has something about him. And the negative people seeing him is because they don't understand him.
Yeah.
So when I pitched that to 1 or 2 of my brothers and men talk down on him like fully, I don't know he from our place. But from what I see, I understand to my level. Probably you didn't understand to your level. And I was like, alright, I know where I could take this. And now, what episode this is?
26.
Episode 26. Right?
Right?
So, me, as he say, why just do? And that to me was like a learning experience in terms of I'll do, and I still wouldn't even tell you unless you. And my brother, big up my brother behind the camera, he was one of the most influential persons to tell me know that there are certain things you cannot tell people.
That's just
no matter how close you think,
no
matter how close you think there is to you, channel their way first, and if they see the axe, you tell you fill them in because you're normal. But to give them ammunition, because sometimes you have people in your circle that will go in and take.
I told you, just ramp.
It's have people in your circle that just go in and take your ideas and your future, your goals, things that you go in and build on and try to run with it.
Yeah, for sure.
And they either they run with it or they go in and be envious that hey, you doing this, and I'll show fake love, fake support. The bare minimum just to say that, well, I'm a virgin, he doing so and so, so and so. But on the low, you could actually, I thought a big person on energy, you could actually feel
it. Yeah.
You could actually feel that person negative towards what you're doing. So, how eyes move now, he and my brother is the 2 people I tell everything Dappa talks to alone. Anything outside of it?
But then we really, it's not to say like it'll be like much our conversation with, cause he's just doing it like I do this something about.
Oh, by the way, I do this, but
yeah,
I'm
like, well, whenever I need me just say a thing, and then that's that because like he's saying people energy, cause I feel as though like if he doing something and this is my personality. If I know he say, hey, I'm gonna do this, whatever, and he do it, and he come and say, well, so it's the case, my initial reaction will always be, well, alright, good, what do you need me to do now?
Right.
So my reaction will be like, so you make a decision without meeting, because at the end of the day, you doing something, and he's my friend, so I know what you're capable of.
And
I know
he
don't do
has
that.
the business best interest at heart,
Thank
so
you.
he's not just gonna make no off move
Exactly.
that gonna, you know,
so I can't come and
jeopardize
dump it and say, boy, you know, I think you should do this that way, or do it that way. Because if he doubts in himself, he will really ask. You understand? So if it is he in doubt in himself, go through by all means.
And don't get it twisted. Most times, even though we don't share, most times if I say something and he have our opinion to share, you say, well, I'll be like, nah, let me know what is what. And you come out and you show me something and be like, alright, cool, I understand what this is. Because like, if we be real, and I will say this, the direction we come into now is him and
Right.
Yeah,
this-
Big up you.
this. I mean, so it's be like we have notes, like we have shared notes right now, right? Obviously. And in that notes, we probably have over 100 and something relationship views questions.
Right.
Right? He come out there, like, well, we talk, well, it's not probably every day, but I just go by him and we share views. And he was like, what do you think about so and so, so and so? Not just bacchanal, but just things people want to hear about.
Yeah.
Male, we could pull this one, we could talk to this one look like he's. And I was like, I understand where you're coming from, here, what to do so and so. When I go home, I will think about it. And that's how we build on this. And I was thankful to see when I posted the first snippet on Twitter, the reaction that people was gravitated to.
Yeah.
Because we was hesitant at first. The whole but people love bacchanal. Like that's one thing people
But this is
love.
refreshing because I mean it's things that people dealing with
And
literally
it's not
every day, you know?
spoken about.
Yeah. I mean, even to like go back to the question, right? Because you asked like having a happy circle.
A positive circle.
A positive circle, right? Positive. So it's like, yo, you can't see yourself growing if you don't have positive people around.
Correct.
People need to know that though.
And that's just it. If you having people around you that, like I said before, is only gossip.
Yeah.
When people come trying to talk to me about what's going on and like MYOB and this, I don't really know about them thing and I don't have the time for them thing, you understand? Even if I share, I spare a little 30 seconds or a minute to keep on it, I'm not going to keep going on with that because how productive that's going to make me now. And to be honest, few of my friends in my circles, that's the vibes, you understand? Everybody doing something, so as you get progressive, you realize your interests change. And that's important. So the people you have around you,
and I like
so important.
Because I meet your team for everything, like Suli and them, and them fellas just
real. I wasn't there.
Yeah, but you know, they must have that good time. But it's just so, like you say, positive now, but everybody just.
And it's important to note, right? One thing I don't fumble on the minute I realize your energy is shaky. We have nothing to this. Feel like you're doing it without ill intention, like it's happening, and you yourself probably not even aware. But if I know, like your intentions,
but just now. Chat back to the previous question. You're going to be vocal.
Again, if it is I see that you, because I'm watching your movements, right? And I see what it is you're doing real shaky, and I know you're doing it intentionally, I have nothing to say to you, you're dead to me. We have no conversation.
And when they say I back?
No, like real talk, it's not people that I see what it is you was doing. I watch your situation and giving you leeway. Dead. You cannot speak to me in life again. But if
I don't know, man.
I'll just bracket it. I know what to expect.
Hello.
So, alright. I'm going to share my experience. I'm not going to share my experience. But I went through something solely in the realm of Dappa talk.
She said cemetery.
No, but no, understand this. It is important. You know why? Because if it is you keep giving, go through.
No, I understand where you're coming from.
And I don't have time in my life, in my big age right now, to keep playing them kind of games. You know why?
I'll reach that stage,
No, you have to, because if you really consider somebody right? I believe that person will do me this, do thing.
Facts.
You're going to start to feel real bad, you know. And it had happened to me too. I said, now boy, this I real consider she thing, whatever. But then I started telling myself, there's not you. That is that person. And on the day of judgment, you're going to be, you only go, is your intentions is where you're going to be judged on.
Facts.
Understand? I don't have time to deal up with people and the funny. I'm moving forward. So if it's like we go now, if it's like we say Mikey, everybody know how I rate Mikey fully, right? If I see she doing something or whatever, and I know how Mikey is, I know my friend Dom, I would say Mike's, like we talk about this. Because she's not the kind of person to be backstabbing and them that's not in her nature. So if I see things going a certain way and she's not being vindictive, I will have the conversation and watch people movements. Here I telling all you, every skin teeth
I'm
is
not going
not
to talk
a
about my
smile.
situation. I'm not going to talk about it.
No.
Really not. Because I
Every
don't
skin
feel
teeth is
it.
not a smile. So when you're thinking people smile with you and they have your best interest at heart, they do not, you know. And it only keep on thinking and watch how people has been moving with you, you know. That is all.
I just want to highlight something. You see how different the questions swing between the males and the females. Because the males was like, once my boys on my back and over, I know determine who's going over. But clearly females more.
Let me do that, man.
No, I just
That is fine.
I can see that part. I can see that part.
Right.
But like,
It goes down to the way men operate. They always brother.
right.
And in most
Right.
instances, you can see that it's genuine.
Yeah.
Right? The times. And I'm not just saying it's women alone that try me in the life, right?
Right.
But most times it's women going to be the person to,
Conniving.
you know, do something like
I feel
that.
like women just, I don't want to say that. But I
But-
was more problematic than men.
Whatever I say
At
is
times,
across the board.
not all the time, but at times.
Male and female, because humans could be real
No,
shitty.
come my situation was
That's it, humans
yeah,
and
fuck.
could be
Yeah,
real
man or
shitty.
woman.
My situation was like see how you say men are like so I think I said that on an episode already. All the people who thinking like it's body friending on Twitter in our real life, it's really not that.
Right.
Because the people who always function, who always message to line and them kind of thing, there's nobody on Twitter.
Real sunshine, everybody knows Shania, she
Right,
real
right.
nice, she humble, everything, right? Always not Shania friends.
Friends. Facts.
And people just get carried away.
Facts.
And anytime I see Shania acting her real friends, is not people that active on the timeline like that. You understand?
right.
So she would consider that her core people.
Facts.
But other people now who she probably interacting with on a daily on the timeline
Feel as I keep
may not necessarily be her friends, but why? Long time I see Shania drop that LOL. You understand? Because you're saying serious things.
Yep.
But that is just her personality. You understand? She happy, she's sprightly, she a loving person.
Right.
But people just get carried
away. Facts.
And then they might feel because she's so innocent and she's saying whatever, all they could violate. People just get carried away.
But
I think I learned because with me, and people just think you have to change who you are, like your personality and stuff, to, you know, deal with these type of people, and you really don't. Like for me, I know for a fact, it have people that would go down, they're always in your comments, they're always in your shares, always in your DMs, and then one slip or any opportunity they have
They'll
to
do some
take,
shit.
they would. And
Yeah.
you learn that, and you, for me, I just know everything is just surface level on social media.
That's it.
They leave it surface level. Once we're cool, we could be cool. I'll talk to you, we'll respond to we could vibe, whatever. But it doesn't really leave there. It doesn't go deeper than that. So when these people turn, it don't really do nothing anyway. Because it was surface.
It kind of.
That's important.
Yeah,
I feel
so
like
you
you
have
start to
to.
expect that too.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just have to learn how to differentiate. Cause I feel, and then it have people that will probably be like, I'm saying, oh, this is a show, and and they always come with
And
that.
the thing is, because I following Shania so many years, before I even met her, everything, I could tell this is genuinely how she is.
Right.
that
You
is good
understand?
facts though.
And I always used to be
That's
like, she's so innocent, boy. I hope they will never change her.
Yeah.
You understand? So now that you know she a little bit more public and stuff,
Yeah,
and she would
yeah.
share certain parts with her life, people might say, nah, you putting on her front. You can tell the ones who's be putting on her front.
That's true.
I feel
Yeah,
like
this is
yeah.
genuine. You know, she has been, and I always used to say, boy, I hope the world don't change you,
Yeah,
because
that's
it's
true.
rare to find people like that now, boy. Who not annoying with it? Because
No,
because she would share, she would share her times when, you know, she probably not in the best mood, thing, whatever. And that's just real. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
You're not coming every day, sunshine and butterfly and all that shit. But at the same time, again, people like to take those things for granted.
Yeah.
And feel like the
But I feel like
vibe is
that's, I
there.
feel like that's advantageous because like you seen like just her aura now, but it just be
It lights,
different now,
it
but
real
Oh
vibes.
my god, you're gonna make me
Right, so I don't know when I pick up now, boy.
Right.
And she, cause we not like just talking over for the direction and thing. And I pick up and she asked for
For the
the
direction,
direction. Yeah, I need the location for that one. I wasn't quite in her mood. So I was like, she asked if I could jump her friend over.
Yeah.
When she jump in the car, right? I come on, was playing, but something was playing. And the only thing comes to my mind is the video she and she father.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, but she
Yeah,
changed
the
this
change
way.
that.
Why is it not running like
And more so, that's why I know it's very genuine.
Yeah,
Because when she
genuine,
posts her
you know.
family and say,
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
tell
yeah,
no,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
this
So I was
genuine,
like,
yo,
wow.
this girl grew up.
I was like, damn, bro. It's like,
Oh god,
yeah.
it's not like that.
no, I know, I just say that. I just say that. Just because, you know.
But I ain't gonna lie,
Somebody messaged me the other day and they were like, you know, I feel like you're so Christian and you're so holy. And I feel like people think, you know, it has to be mutually exclusive. Like it could be this way and locked in a box
Yeah,
this
yeah,
way.
yeah, yeah.
And it's not,
Hold on,
it's not.
I know me.
I
know me.
think people just need to understand that you can be yourself and you can be normal and you can appreciate that side of things
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Because that's how I grew up. But outside of that, I mean, is you know,
Cool.
yeah.
Be cool.
in terms of the question, for sure, definitely narrow down your circle. Make sure it's not yes people alone. Make sure it's positive engagement.
Yeah.
Yeah, because again, you're not going to see no kind of growth.
That's true.
And
If it is, and I swear to you, if you find that every time you talk to your friends about certain things and they're not trying to move in a positive light with you, switch.
you know the funny thing, like I really doesn't like to use Dappa talks, but certain things in starting this would make you notice who would gravitate to like actually lending assistance. It are times like I doesn't even ask Dick to do anything. Where episode they shooting today, dog, a comment thing, and they go come sit on behind a camera and make sure everything proper.
Run.
And
Big
that's
up
the
Dick.
thing, right?
You know, ask Dick nothing. But Dick is, I mean, to all of Dick is asshole, but
Yeah.
to me, Dick is my asshole. Like,
Another
What
thing
era
is
asshole?
too is length of time, you know, people have
Very
nothing.
little to do with, like, I learned that. Free.
Because, and a lot of the times they might be trying to hold on to a relationship because
that is dog from
that's
small.
some
Yeah.
small thing we grew up together. That
You know,
don't mean
me
that shit.
personally, I don't say I would like how you say kill them, but like
That is it.
like
No.
an extreme. But I
That's what you need.
learned to say, hey, well, we not as close
As the way he's do, I'll bracket,
but we could still we
In
could
some,
still
in
interact,
some, in some
and I would know what to
occasions,
expect and accept from you. That's
it
just
would
that.
frizzle out, right? It would die for itself in some
No.
instances.
I would say
No,
like
none.
my
when I
percentage
say
is
die,
I am overly grateful. Like my big thing in life is gratitude, right? So even if you do, let me say you do 5 good things for me and you do 2 extremely bad things for me, I will still be in my mind
the
really.
good outweigh the
She
bad.
really, no, but even if the bad one really good, I'll be like, you know, but at that time when I really need that person and they come true.
But
I don't want to say
why.
I can be, I don't indebted to you, no.
Okay.
Don't feel like I have to do
When I say it would die for itself, right? If it is you realize you and this person no longer share the same set of interests, right?
Right,
So they start to talk a little less.
right,
Less become even less.
right.
It starts to fizzle out. You might find you're only talking to this person 2-3 times for the month. Then that's in every couple of months all they talk. Then it's only birthdays and special occasions all they talking. Picture and tell me you
Alright.
have people in your
Alright.
life like that. So
Alright.
eventually it starts to die on its own, and I'm fine with that. But
Yeah.
when I say it dead to me, I talking about situations where I literally sit down and I pray and I watch your movements and I see what is this you really trying to do me. I walking away.
I need to do somebody that.
Yeah, you have to be able to cut certain links because it's dead weight. And as shitty as it might sound, the reason I'm saying that is because I learned the hard way.
No, I understand where she's coming from.
Trust me.
But like in my situation, something about me does feel the need to have a conversation first.
I don't need to have a
No, when I
just
say
have the conversation.
I need like
Yeah.
I don't need to
no,
have
I'm
Because
like
I know I'm gonna leave and I'm not gonna leave it there, but just letting you know that I
This is
know.
why?
Yeah. So you don't feel like if you're not just dropping it now. I just be like, yeah.
And when they do that, right? The person reaction isn't trying to justify the bullshit.
justify
Or
facts.
No,
the
the
brain
mind.
die
No, the word,
hard,
the
double
word,
it.
the
Yeah.
word.
And that is why I do have time. Because I'm not going back and
Yeah,
forth like
you know
a
how to go
straight
back and
shit
forth. You
number.
know how to go back and forth. I just like knowing, like for me, the comfort.
Your closure.
My, yeah,
Right.
my
Because
mind,
your
I like
personal
knowing.
closure.
I let you know because I don't like thinking maybe they didn't know. You know,
Mhm.
maybe they wasn't aware. So
Right.
I would make you aware, but
Right,
I'll
right,
still
right.
take my action
I think
afterwards.
when you're
you
one
know?
person ever like lock off.
Nice to people.
I know I don't do that. I think kind of person don't really just lock off somebody, but that one person
don't,
lock
yeah.
off. Like outside that, I mean like I just be everything is everything.
And if
You do what you want to do as a human and fine. Even if it's against me or for me, whatever. Cool, that is you.
it can't be against me.
No, it's fine. That's your choice, you know. If you decide to do something against me, that is your choice, you know. That should never affect.
Yeah.
That should never affect my energy, you know, at the end of the day. You know.
No, it shouldn't, but I don't know.
And that's my thing. I find people is dwell on things that other people do too much.
No facts.
Because if you as a person say,
Only
hey,
run.
if I say, well, you see that shit, like if I say, well, it's I did buy when she think I bought $100 so she had trade with it, so nobody can hear me.
Oh, child.
Right?
Yes,
What's
sir,
it?
right,
Thank you!
That's
Wait.
not-
Yeah, she said. You hear what she said? Thank you, right?
Yeah.
That's what she said. She said, thank you. Now let me see how much she provided, which is get shrimp or whatever.
And she can't get
About
nothing.
one, she can't get nothing. She's not going to say thank you.
And she's
Mother,
not.
She
so
can say something. Exactly. So you're not studying what I do this time, but you're studying what I do this time. Why?
Because it hurts them now.
Listen to me.
Action.
But at the end of the day,
Yeah,
it's still that person action.
Yeah, true.
So I should never let. So she can say what I just go
I mean, like, he could do
and
whatever.
just buy somebody else source it from that.
Yeah, that person could do whatever.
But you're going to do it
Cool.
what that person do because
True.
why? It
True.
directly affects any point in time now.
True.
You understand? So that's all the my thing.
I don't know who raised Aaron. But I need some kind of lessons, but I need it. I need it. Because you see, that nonchalant temper, I need it. Like, I
It's
need,
not about being nonchalant.
but I need my
It's about-
mind.
It's about you actually understanding how
Right.
short life is, you understanding peace, and how much you have to do.
Aaron, you do not care. You
Yeah.
don't-
I do not care because that is my peace. When I wake up in the morning, I don't want to study, hey, Tom, they can hurry, do so to aggravate my life.
But I
I am
am
studying. Let me organize to get ready for work,
Wow.
get my paper, and see what my
No, but
child-
then I still, well,
That is
I
it.
need to
me
reach that
then in
level.
certain situations, it's because of my peace too.
No
But you know
facts.
why? I just get this much sleep, and this much sleep, I just get how to be real myself.
Thank you.
So I don't want to be awake at night thinking about this,
This
that, the other.
exactly.
And the next thing too, once I make peace with the situation,
And I just make peace real quick.
so it's with everybody else, you understand? Because like I was saying earlier, right? You know that is your friend, you will be second guessing this person really do me this way, going to bother you, you know. But you gotta be able to make peace with the situation knowing you did not wrong that person.
So I always do that though. Like,
That is the big thing.
the difference between me and Aaron is take me some time. Alright? For him, it's one time.
Don't have time. Time is not yours. That's my problem.
True.
That's my problem with the world.
That's
Everybody
it.
say, it's take me time. Bitch, time is yours.
It's actually no like I don't
Time
be
is not
really-
yours. I learned that time
Like
is
I
not
have
yours.
like I actually I just like the situation that I'm not talking about, I actually sit down and be like, oh wait, but like for real?
Because
What?
they're really thinking about
But
it,
like-
right? And that is what you had to make peace with and forget that because you'll be thinking about this and thinking about different scenarios and all that. And that, you know,
I
know scenarios
You know, if you had that person who you studying, living their fucking life.
Nah,
you
they're not. They're not.
Yeah, so you don't know that. You don't know that.
the
They're
vow
not.
I
You
will
don't
tell you
know
is
that.
make peace with that situation
Yeah,
and
just
keep
move
it.
on down.
That's
I just me personally. I find life too short. Next question.
Alright, just now before we go next
So
question.
you get carried away on this topic. It's done. Yeah.
What time we on the camera? Man? Let me see what time we on the light.
Oh, yeah, 4.
No, it's 4 o'clock.
Yes, 4 o'clock. That's it.
So
When we
that's
start?
Or
It's about
About 52 minutes.
Yeah.
You say 52?
Yeah.
Alright, we going.
Not bad, not bad.
We going. So, all the daughters say all the ages,
Bitch, I'm old.
but
She said she old.
I lie, I'm 22.
in this stage, in this stage in all your life, right? Do you all as women feel pressured to do more?
That's not, I think we need that age.
I'm
Right.
22.
Cause I feel like everybody knows Sana.
Like
Mature. Mature. She mature. Yeah.
Now, for me, I don't think, if I'm
you
being
do not
honest, it's not society pressure, it's me
Your
pressure.
person.
we pressure yourself?
Yeah, because I feel
Yeah.
like society will be
That's
like,
tough.
yeah, you're doing so great and you're covering so much,
Yeah, I
and
agree.
then like I will be here like, damn,
But
I
you might
need to
be doing
I
this
could be
and
doing
that.
that. So I think for me,
Okay,
like,
okay.
I learning now to appreciate the journey and things and appreciate the steps
We
because
talk
I was
about
never doing
Yeah.
that before.
Appreciate your small wins.
Come on.
Yeah,
We
because
talk about-
every time you have a small win, you just see a next one
Mhm.
that's supposed to be winning,
Nah.
and then you'll be like, I should
You
be
just
there.
move on, and it-
Yeah, and all the little ones behind you're not grateful for it.
Ah,
So you don't appreciate it.
That appreciate
So-
the journey thing
Mm.
is so important.
Yeah, it's
Facts.
really important.
Because imagine you killing out yourself, you're working, right? You're doing things. And you can't sit back and say,
you
"Yo,
can't
I
enjoy
did
it.
that."
Mm.
You
Yeah.
understand?
Facts.
I enjoy that,
Mm.
right? So Shania is very young
Right.
and
Mm.
very successful, right? But what people see on the outside and what she might have set for herself is two
Two
totally
different
different
things.
things,
Facts.
right?
Yeah.
And she might
And I
be
think
saying,
that's why you'll be hard on yourself too, because you can't even appreciate their appreciation because you not see it like I'm supposed to be here, so you just see it that same.
or
You don't say
you might do
know.
something and you be like, people are real going off on it, and you be like, if only you know how I wanted to do it, so
Yeah.
I feel
Oh,
like
I wanted to do it before this time.
Yeah.
And I
The time
think
is always a big, but
If-
you have to reach that place.
if all they realize we kind of move past, I wouldn't say fully, but a lot of people may have moved past from the pressures of the parents and the family,
Yeah.
and now
Some.
it's more societal pressure, right?
Me and
And-
you guys that.
No, well, I mean, I
I
already
get
had
what
on my
society,
back, but no,
but,
it would be different now because why? Social media.
True.
When it is you looking and you seeing other people
That's an
doing
expression.
all these things, right? And you seeing a person who you probably went to school with
Right.
doing all these things.
Right.
That going and walk in your head and you go in and say, well, how come I doing things?
And what I always
Right?
tell people is never post the losses. They posting
Correct.
they
No wins,
posting the
yeah, only
failures,
wins,
nothing.
yeah.
So you go on social media, it is for you to only see wins and people's success and see them looking good and see where it is. That is what it's for. So you can't compare that to a real life journey
Yeah,
and
so-
what you going through.
That is
You know?
I think I am. People already know my business like that. I am very transparent on social media, but I don't share a lot of things about my life. And as successful as people would deem me as right now, I just work my ass off.
Yeah.
You dig?
I wouldn't know that.
And where I am today, and it's only within the past couple of weeks, because I is real pressure myself. I had to say, yo, rock back, and where you were 5 months ago is totally
I
different.
should know 5 months ago, I'm gonna tell you, right? I know them, I know them thing, right? 5 months ago, I would have wings. Right. So I know when I started I get my wings, bam.
Mm.
Sana,
Right.
Bam, bam.
Yeah.
About 3 months ago, I would have wings, right? Waiting in like that. Now it's Risco Martin's right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And the crazy.
And crazy. I'm mad different my thing now, you know?
Right.
You gonna know that against Sarah for the moments, yeah.
No, but
I said nigga.
even that, like a lot of the things I would acquire, a lot of the things I was able to do for myself now, 3 years ago, I
Yeah.
wouldn't have been able to do that. 5 years ago, it wasn't even a thought in my mind, right?
That's true.
So, I personally don't find there are societal pressures on me because I don't
Okay.
study nobody
Right.
unless you pay, and there's nobody to pay my bills. So,
Right.
clearly, nobody to have input, right? But I just pressure myself so much, it's borderline upsetting, right? Because I saying, yo, I could do this, I could do that, why I not doing this, that, the other.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I had to realize I had to take it down.
So
I had to take it down. Why? because I pressure myself to do certain things and not sitting back and saying, dog, you're actually doing better than you would
than
have
you
been.
were before.
Yeah.
So that's what I wanted to highlight, right? I feel like people of this generation does only set long-term goals, right? And I feel like we need to focus. You need to set your long-term goals, yes, but you need to set like.
You understand your goals.
Let me just use Dappa Talks as an example. When I first started this, right? My conversation with my brother was, dog, you see the first video that reached 1,000 views, I know I'm doing something. I see 1,000 views like in a day
You're
now.
passing that, right? So that's the thing.
And that was my
that's
first
a win.
benchmark.
And that was a win for you.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's
I,
Right?
well, let's see me on Twitter. I do not care about
Right.
nobody. If I see what 1,000, like, I think sometimes it was like, I think when we had the episode with the twins, I went to sleep, wake
Yeah,
up.
it was at all.
In like some hour, 5-6 hours was like 1,000 views. I was like, oh, what madness is this?
Yeah.
So when I say I set in short-term goals, well, for me, it's based on views. So it's views, people we interact with, the relationships we build in.
Right.
All I think is short, like, and I message Aaron, Swan, so say the login, we going and do this interview with whatever. You can call no names, right? That is short, that is wins for me.
Yeah.
And I think for us as young business people, what we need to understand is we have to set aside time to celebrate your wins, right? It's important.
I believe that.
But this is how I usually do it, right? And for the past couple of months, I felt like I fell off. But I follow the 24-24 rule, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I have a L, 24 hours, I study in that. That's it. If I have a win, 24 hours, and we move, right? Because you don't want to be dwelling on a loss,
Right.
because that could, I know how I am, that could send me in a space,
Your mental, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And you don't want to be on this high from a win, because as fast as you get it can
could
be taken
cut.
from you, right? So it's a matter of saying, yo, I do that, I am that bitch, I'm going to get myself some cake or whatever, right? And we move.
Yeah.
But you have
On
to
to
be
the
able
next.
to,
And that important as self, as
yeah,
like,
that's
for you.
with me. So like she's saying, is the journey is so important, right?
Yeah.
Because we in service businesses,
Yeah.
and sometimes you can get lost in that because you
Sure.
want to be providing the
All
best.
the time, yeah. All the
for
time.
And you know
everyone.
what too? Like for me, I would have 20 good reviews and
And
have
that
one
one.
customer
That
would
one.
come. And I remember it had one customer. It was like 2 weeks. I was just saying, and they're like, dog, I really do that, boy. Like I really forget that. And then you have like you're not even studying all the 20 that was good.
Yeah,
and
you're
that was,
studying
you
that
know,
one.
You study that one, and I think it as a service provider is a big deal.
It's a big deal. But again, I learned that I cannot let that send me into a space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had to just deal with it. Alright, cool. Pick up the learning from it and move on. Because it's real easy for you to fall
That's
into.
something I believe that even not just you, but I feel like, and I go back to the circle thing, I feel like the circle should also be able to celebrate with you
Correct.
for the small wins now, boy. So it's like with Mikey, when we carry her for the dinner and she get
Come on.
something.
Mm-hmm.
It's like she probably didn't even think
Just
she could have
respect
get
that.
that done
Yeah.
as a night, because she had a real hard year that year. That year was
Woo!
Yeah, boy.
so it's
Woo.
like she didn't think she could probably do it, and she did it. Like no, you know, she wasn't thinking about it. She wasn't thinking like I already do this like that kind of way. So do that for her. And then it's like even me and my circle, like small wins. I always big on small wins. So if my partner tell me, boy, hey, you're going on, I got a promotion at work, pass everything and drink.
Drink,
That's me.
Yeah.
You understand?
And that's again because you say you big on gratitude,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, always.
And appreciating the people that's around you.
Yeah, always.
Uplifting your circle.
Yeah.
That's something
For sure,
real
for
big. I would think my friends might say, hey, I can do thing whatever. I would send you a screenshot. One big yourself, thing
Right,
whatever. You understand?
yeah,
And that's not because I feel like I have to do that to win my friends over, but I like to see my
I
niggas win.
appreciate
Exactly.
No, but
I like to see everybody win.
Everybody.
Funny thing
But
about that,
my people, yo, I just
Nah,
be
for sure.
real happy.
for sure, because what you touch on there with Mikey especially, right? You need people in your circle as you progressing in your life, right? And people need to realize everybody have their own course.
Correct.
Correct.
Does not mean
We can't all progress.
We
the
not
same
going that
speed.
rich.
it does not mean that when I progressing, you do your own thing, you can't forget me because you progressing because I still your friend.
Yeah.
So as he's saying there, when Mikey was progressing, we as her friends see it and was like, we know she mindset on I just doing because Mikey mind was set.
Yeah, she was just getting shit done.
That
But
day,
having a hard time.
Yeah, hard
shit
time.
done.
like life at that point in our life was setting, right? So for me and Aaron to say, hey, here what you see, let me come together, we will handle everything, give appreciation, everything, and we just carry out and big up on what she did personally in her life. You need people in your life to do that. You need people in your life to let you know, hey, I see what you're doing. Like I have a best friend in Atlanta right now. When I post the Digicel thing, he sent me a long message. He said, yeah, what you see now? I doesn't message her as much because both are we busy. I really show no face on them kind of thing. But the message just say, hey, I just want you know, I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of you. That message alone, he not to do nothing else.
And that's it for you.
That is it.
And like I say, words of affirmation is a real big thing with me, and that's not just solely my intimate love language, but
That
you see
is it.
from people.
It don't have to be intimate.
Yeah, I
It
take
really
that
don't.
to
That
family,
was
friends,
facts.
I am so big on that. So not only for me receiving it, but people deserve to hear these things.
Yeah.
You
I
understand?
believe that.
So, and it might have times, because I see it on my friend groups as well, most of us have businesses, and we love to beat ourselves up. And I would just be like, dog, you're real bad though. Like, you're doing
I
this.
just want to tell my
You
kid,
understand?
nah boy.
Because, again, we are only human, you're going to feel like you didn't give up your best.
Yeah.
But your people are supposed to be able to say,
But alright, just
but you remember you do.
Yes, as we hear, right? As we hear. First things first, big up Mikey. Where's
Hi,
Mikey?
friend.
Where's Mikey? IG again?
Malika
Malika Joseph Beauty.
Joseph Beauty.
Yeah.
Big up Malika Joseph Beauty.
Yeah.
And as these lovely women here today, just plug for yourself one time because we are about it. Thank you.
Gift packages by Snipe Peters.
The one and only.
I'll put everything in the description. I know how to do it.
I mean, you can get at me for your wings. I already do wings now, but your seafood love for sure.
Yeah, just now. Wait, just now.
Weekend wings.
Before we even drop
Especially
it,
weekend wings.
What she say? That's beneath me.
come on. We do everything over here.
I know I don't really like the wings, but you know we have seafood. We have a lot of food over at Weekend Wings. So it's weekend_wings.
Love.
Feeding the
Love to see
nation,
it.
no
Love to
butchery.
see.
Love to see it.
I mean, we promote everything on Dappa Talks. Everything. Right? So, let me wrap up.
Everything except drugs.
Oh,
We don't promote that.
I mean,
Depends. Depends.
a little hybrid.
Depends.
Big up Sule one time.
Big up
Come on,
Sule.
you see.
For sure.
I wasn't aware about the 1 year anniversary.
Yeah.
If all you do not know about hybrid_TT,
Yeah.
just go on Instagram one time, please.
One
Your
time.
life.
One time.
Please.
One time.
Because that
Yeah.
is our game. That is the game changer.
Game changer.
Right now. See that?